What exactly is WheelWOD?
Great question. I think the guy who founded it should answer.
Yeah, I think that's a Stouty answer for sure.
Read.
Sure. So WheelWOD is a competition platform, and programming platform we built for adaptive athletes. It kind of came out of selfish needs of myself and a few other wheelies that were just looking for somewhere to do the open. So I started kind of adapting the open for a couple of the guys in wheelchairs, and that built. The next year along came Kevin Ogar, who also wanted to be involved, and it grew even more. And then Logan Aldridge, who was like, hey, wait a minute, we want to do the open too, but we don't have wheelchairs. Can you program it for us as well? So it continued on, and then we started building, a bit of educational pieces, but really more of like try and test stuff. So, because like no one really had any blueprint for this. It was just like we had to kind of make it up as we go and see what worked and what didn't. And it's growing now to a really large competition platform, providing adaptive athletes places to compete, helping event organizers building competitions ourselves, and then providing programming for athletes that want to be competitive, but also athletes that just want to learn how to do it, and affiliates to go along with that.
And to be clear, it's more than simply competition. You put out daily programming now.
Yeah. We're trying to grow the movement to give, gym owners a chance to build their athletes, competitive or not, just giving them some tools to do that, but also individual athletes, trying to get them involved in the sport of functional fitness.
And how many different categories are there currently? If someone were to go online and they want to sign up for WheelWOD for their box, how many categories will they get?
So we have standing upper impairment. So someone like Logan, and I'll break it down in between above elbow amputation like Logan or below elbow. Standing lower impairment, which would be above knee amputees, below knee amputees, club foot, anything that's affecting your ability to stand in your lower limbs. And then neurological, so neuromuscular, CP, MS, could just be a brain injury. Seated, which would be seated 1 and seated 2, with hip function is seated 1, without hip function is seated 1, and with hip function is seated 2. So that seated 2 could include double leg amputees that work out in wheelchairs or in a seated position. Sensory, which is vision and hearing. And then who am I missing? Short stature, yeah.
Ackerman's group.
Your division.
Sign up for.
Yeah, your division. You'd have to show me some medical papers though to compete. But you could definitely follow the program. We have a lower wall ball target, which I feel is needed. I think it's fair. I think wall balls. I honestly think wall balls should be set at height and weight by proportion to person.
I agree, 100%. Kevin, what do you want to say?
I was going to say, Ackerman, I think this is the first time in your life someone's going to say this to you. You're too tall
to ride this ride.
Category.